Hey Eric, this is a response to your video. I believe it's called Alcoholism, Help or Give Up. This is a really hard topic for me. As many of your other subscribers have already said, I have dealt with this on a personal end, and it's very difficult. I don't want to get too in-depth here, but I'm going to give you like the Reader's Digest version of what happened with me, anyway. My mom is a recovering alcoholic. She wasn't always recovering. When I was really young, to the point that I didn't really understand what was going on, my mom was always drunk. And like I said, I'm not gonna go too in depth here because I don't really want to talk about this on YouTube. So anyway, my stepfather, he used to give me bottles and say, go up to my room and look for them. I didn't really understand at the time what was going on. Even though I didn't understand, on some level I did. Do you know where I'm going? I hope you do, because like I said, this is really hard for me to talk about. So my mom stopped drinking for a really long time. It was like 5 years, maybe. And then she started drinking again, and at this time she worked at my school. I'm sure you can imagine what that was like. Because of alcohol and because of many other issues, she had a mental breakdown right in front of my school. Because of the mental breakdown, the state forced her to get clean. So this is now the second time that she stopped drinking. And this time she went a really long while. I think it was like 10 years or something. And then some asshole on the street who knew that she was an alcoholic gave her a beer. And that was it. She was right back on it. I think it was that day in my life that I realized it's just me. There's nobody else. No matter what I do, I have to live with me. And everybody else is gonna have to live with themselves. They're gonna have to do their own thing. And they're gonna make their own choices. And there's really nothing that we can do to influence that. I really wish there was. I mean, it's not that I didn't try. There were many times when I was younger that I would pray, I guess is the word I'm looking for, and promise to be a better daughter, a better person. None of that matters. It doesn't matter if you hurt so much. It doesn't matter if you want something so bad for someone. The only way it's going to happen is if they want it to happen. Okay, YouTube. So, I guess basically where I was going with this is I never really forgave my mom, even to this day, for that. And it's not even her fault, but like I said, I guess I was too young to understand. But where I was going with this, I'm getting really sidetracked, and I'm looking at the time and I'm going, where I was going with this is, many people have already told you, you can't make someone do something. And it doesn't matter how much you hurt. It doesn't matter how much you cry. It doesn't matter how much you want something for someone else. They have to do it. They're the only ones who can. God, why did you give us free will? Without pain, how would we ever be able to cherish being happy? I know it doesn't help much, and I know my story doesn't help much, but when things are bad for me, I just have to remind myself that without pain, how could I ever know how wonderful it feels to be happy? I feel for your friend. I hope he really decides to get some help. And I do think that, you talking to him, just letting him know that you're concerned. You didn't really mention in the video if you had or hadn't. You probably already have, but just telling him or her, hope it's a him, because I've said him like 10 times. Anyway, just telling him or her, just telling them, how's that? That could make all the difference. Just letting them know that you care, that you see what's happening, and that you want to be there to help them. And sometimes that's not enough for some people, so as much as your heart's in it, you need to bring your heart back out, and you need to not stop blaming yourself, because none of your father or your friend is your fault. You already know all that. But I don't really have too much more that I could say that would be comforting. Just keep in mind, without pain, how could we ever know how happy is? I hope this helped, and I hope your friend gets some help. It's helping that you can be, I don't know, happy, because you look so sad. Night, Eric.